تماشای.
Juliet and the King. I really enjoyed this. I think that, well, Romeo and Juliet is a story that I know. I read it when I was in high school, and I think just in general, maybe not the details, but the base story is pretty well known and pretty common. And I thought this was a really interesting way to approach not only telling that story of like with the details of making a play and kind of the production that goes into it, but also with the added layer of history and with the added layer of, you know, culture that goes into performing it in a place like Iran where they had rules, and at a time when women in many countries but were not allowed to perform on stage, and navigating what that looks like. And then you have all of, you know, the fun additives of, you know, a royal court and power imbalances and power struggles and trying to, you know, put yourself in the best position you can, whether that's, you know, the mother of the king who's trying to hold on to as much power as she can, coming from, you know, being the wife of the former king to now the mother of the current king, and, you know, to all of his brides and in his, you know, his wives, his harem, and them trying to hold on to as much position and power as they can as well. And I just think that it was a really interesting story to choose of Romeo and Juliet to pair it with some of these other themes that they had going on in the background. I really enjoyed it. I thought the animation was fantastic, and I really loved all of the music that they had as well. I thought that that was all really beautiful and really well done. I thought the songs were really interesting, and I liked that they used them to kind of further the culture, for the situation, use them to kind of move the story along at different points. So I really enjoyed it, beginning to end. I thought it was really fun, and like I said, it, for me personally, it makes something that like I know pretty well with concepts and themes that I'm very unfamiliar with, and I think overall like that created a really, really enjoyable movie to watch, because it's like part discovery and, you know, but part like comfort and familiarity to some degree, and I really enjoyed it.
Juliet and the King is not only a lovely and really thoughtful, fun animated romp, but it feels like an entrance into a culture as well as an entrance into a unique and vibrant world all of its own. I loved the Shakespeare references within the plot, layered into the story, not only its overt references but its subtextual ones within what was actually happening in the story. I thought those were so clever. The love story at the center and the animation that brings it all together is just really visually stunning and gorgeous, especially the faces were so expressive and really harken to the heydays of Disney, where we really can feel an emotional connection with these characters based off their facial reactions. It had that lovely balance of humor and drama, and overall was just a really lovely thing to watch and be a part of, and feel like, again, you can enter a world so different than your own for an hour and a half.
This is an animated Persian musical film, Juliet and the King. I loved the music in it. It was so fun to listen to, and the details in the animation, and especially in the palace, are amazing. Some of the pieces look like such detailed art, and it probably took a long time to make. I think the storyline was really unique, and it definitely was a funny and entertaining film. I also love how many different elements they were including, like, for example, the little old-timey movie bit in the middle, just that little section of song I thought was really cool, and like fun to add.
I also liked the different types of characters they used in the film, or like characters to drive the story forward. I do wish they maybe painted some of the Iranian women in a little bit of a better way, but overall I liked the film and I thought it was really entertaining and I loved the music a lot.
This film is called Juliet and the King. This brilliant animated musical feature has as much professionalism and fun as any animated Disney film. I love the storyline. It was fabulous. The characters were all full of life and passion, and the songs were so lively. And I thought it was very interesting to see Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet being brought to the Middle East. There was a social commentary in this one too. It's interesting that in Shakespeare's day, women were generally not allowed on the stage, and this was also the case in this one, largely set in Iran. The animation was lovely, so colorful and textured, especially the gorgeous buildings. The voice artists were all perfect for their roles, from ingenue Julie to the gruff king to the ferocious mother. Excellent, entertaining film.